Yeah. What's up, Bill? My main man. Beetle Bill. Hey. You okay with that nickname, buddy? Beetle Bill? Whew, man. Can't wait till tomorrow. I'm getting my mop chop. It's getting a little bit long. Welcome, everybody. This is episode 77 of the Nooners, 12 o'clock noon Pacific Standard Time on the left coast of the United States of America. I am your host, David Bradley. I'm coming in every weekday, Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock noon Pacific Standard Time. Yeah, I'm going to adjust my collar, why not? And I'm going to be dropping a Noontime Nuggets about sales, business, or life. So thank you guys for being here and participating. A couple shout outs. Tim Black, you are a new face on the Nooner, so welcome. I appreciate you being here. I'm going to follow you. You're a host, a speaker, and an activist. Love it, man. Welcome. So today we're going to be talking about overcommitting. Are you overcommitted? Why not? Is it a bad thing? Maybe not. Maybe it's actually not so bad after all. So I'm up on Twitter at David R. Bradley if you want to follow me there. And you can participate in the Nooner via Twitter. I'm up on Twitter at David R. Bradley if you want to follow me there. And you can participate in the Nooner via Twitter. Let's see, we've got Robert Nelson coming in. Who else is here? JK Media's tuning in. Jim Motivation's here. Marketing Done Right. Nice. All right, sweet. So, let me introduce myself to you guys proper. My name is David Bradley. I'm a sales and marketing manager with Grant Cardone. I've been doing that for about 5 years. What we do at Cardone Training Technologies is we go into companies and we also work with individuals, large and small, not the individuals, the companies, but we'll take anybody. What we do is we help increase production 15 to 30% simply by helping them find and then handle missed opportunity. So a good thing for you to think about as you're thinking about, hey, what do these guys do? What do these maniacs with Cardone Technologies do? Think about this for a second. Where are you at in terms of your business, your life, your production? Where would you like to be? We're going to help close that gap. So the difference between your reality and where your true potential lies, we have technology that can help you close that gap. 75% of what we do here is 100% free. But if you got a business and you're ready for the next level and you want content to help with that, I'm your guy. My name is David Bradley. I can put a ton of stuff in front of you. That's the purpose of the Nooner as well, is to help get this message out. 310-777-0352. That's one way to get a hold of me. You can also email me direct, David, the little @ grantcardone.com. Again, that's 310-777-0352. Anything I can do to help with that, feel free to reach out. 2 other things on me. I'm the author of a book called How to Stop Smoking Without Killing Anyone. I smoked cigarettes for 15 years, actually. I haven't had a cigarette since May of 2002. I tried to quit so many times. I tried everything that was available at that time, the patch, the gum. Couldn't get it. But I found a way to stop. And there is a difference. And so my website is www.stopdon'tquit.com. You can get some more information about the book. The book is called How to Stop Smoking Without Killing Anyone. This is that time of year. Christmas presents are going out. New Year's resolutions are getting made. Some people out there may be really seriously thinking about, man, it might be time to kick the habit. So if that's you, or if you know somebody who's in that place, check out stopdon'tquit.com. Makes a great stocking stuffer. Third thing on me is I'm the founder of a hashtag called Rich Man's Gym. Now, this will be my next book. It is a work in progress. If you search it on Twitter or Instagram, you may find some cool stuff. But for me, Rich Man's Gym is all about home-based strength and conditioning for body, mind, and spirit. I do not believe you got to go to the gym to get into the best shape of your life. You can do that right from home, right in the privacy of your own home at the local park. That's my deal. So that's who we are. Now, what are we talking about today? If you follow Grant Cardone, you would have seen the strategy of the week last week was about overcommitting. And that could be anything. That could be whether you're overcommitting yourself at work or in a relationship or your personal development. The thing I want you to start thinking with is that maybe it's not a bad thing. And some of you may already be in that place, right? But there's a lot of people out there that are like, overcommitting is negative. What's up, Marco? A couple shout outs here. Marco's in on the Nooner today. We got Laura on the Nooner today. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate the favors and the restreams. Overcommitting, is it a bad thing? Okay, we don't think so. Laura, you like that deal? No gym. That's right. There's no need. You can do it from home. My experience with gyms was it's like a nightclub with treadmills, and so it's not my deal. I want to go in. I want to do my work. I want to become stronger physically, mentally, and emotionally. So it's very important. Hey, buddy. All right, so where were we at? Overcommitting. Not necessarily a bad thing, okay? We want to invite you, encourage you, push you to hustle, dominate your space, dominate your thinking, 10x your life, right? We got a whole program on that. You can only do that when you go all in, when you overcommit, right? All in, we typically think of Texas Hold'em, right? All in, okay? But what is Grant really talking about when he says that? This is about maybe jumping in on an opportunity before learning all the details. Can you think of an opportunity that you've taken or gone after without knowing everything? Okay, that's what we're talking about here. That's what overcommitting is, okay? Waiting for the details will slow you down. Does that make sense? And then if you think about some opportunities you may have missed and really expand on this. This just doesn't necessarily mean a business opportunity. This could be an emotional opportunity, right? A relationship, okay? Because you waited a little too long. You waited for more information. You wanted to find some stuff out, right? So there's a great quote that Grant has. It's been going around for years. It's a favorite of many. It's a favorite of mine, okay? Commit first, figure it out later. Now, this does contradict a lot of what we've been taught our whole life, right? What does that mean? It's not necessarily rational, is it? Like, why would you commit first and then figure the rest out later? Like, for a lot of us, that's like, huh? That's not logical. It's not rational, right? You need to wait. You need to have the information, create a plan. Like, how many amateur business advice experts are out there always telling these guys, these entrepreneurs, budding entrepreneurs, to have a business plan? Okay, well, yeah, that's important. But what's more important is your commitment, right? And a lot of times the people that give this advice, they're legitimately looking out for our best interest. They legitimately just want to help. But the reality is that that advice will slow you down. It will prevent you from going to that next level. At some point, you got to take a jump. You got to take a leap. You got to step out. You got to trust that the chute will open. I've never jumped out of a plane. I don't see any sense in jumping out of in a perfectly good airplane. If it ain't crashing, why am I jumping out of it? But that's the point. I haven't committed. And sometimes you got to commit first and then figure it out later, which is pull that ripcord, man. And then you got to trust that the chute's going to open up. So look, if you want to create a massive amount of success in your life, if you want to create real true abundance and literally set your future up correctly, there are going to be times, most of them, where you not only do you need to take a massive amount of action, but while you're doing that, you're going to need to make commitments without knowing all the details, without knowing all the data. Okay, and it's important to know that, and then just be prepared. Hey, I will strategize through this. I will work through whatever pops up. Because as long as you're committed, 100%, you're all in. You've burned the ships, right? All in. All the chips are on the table now. Okay, as long as you're committed like that, you're going to accomplish what you signed up for, and you will figure it out along the way. Does that make sense? So, if you've been following Grant, you'll recognize that this is a technique over commitment that has helped him become incredibly successful. Guy's got 5 companies, all of which are doing very, very well. Okay, but so bring this back to you though. Think about some times in your own life now, and look at both. Where have you committed and came out just fine on the other end, and then where have you not? And you're still kind of kicking yourself for not doing it. I can think of times, right? So Grant will tell you, once he started committing first and then figuring the rest out later, he was actually able to increase his production. So you want to commit, you want a production increase? You're not seeing the production you'd like? Maybe you're just not as committed as you could be. Which means you might need to take a good, hard, long look in the mirror. And that might hurt, which is why a lot of us sometimes struggle with making the commitment. So Grant says, I may have even been over my head at times. I'll just start that over so I wasn't reading it right. I may have even been over my head at times, but I committed to the mindset of doing whatever it takes. Eventually I got used to it, and it became common practice. So what's important about that quote is that he says, eventually I got used to it, and it became common practice. Okay? How do you build a habit? It takes about 21 days. So how can you make commitments? How can you go all in for the next 21 days? Could you? Is it worth it? Sure. Oh, but it's Christmas. It's the holidays. Do it anyway. Check this out. Here's another quote from Grant's Strategy of the Week. When it comes to all vital things in your life, such as money, motivation, creativity, health, energy, ideas, and love, you should go all in as many times as you can, because even if you fail, you can keep going in or keep going all in again and again. So I'm going to read the last part because that's the cherry on top of this Sunday right here, guys. Okay? Because even if you fail, you can keep going all in again and again. What do you think Grant means by that? Is that a new way of thinking for you? Does that scare you a little bit? It scares me. But hey, if you're not scared, you ain't doing anything big. Most of society discourages the all-in mentality because we are taught to play it safe and protect ourselves from losses in the unknown. Okay? That's a myth. Okay? There's also a myth about this cautious mindset, which will tell you that energy and creativity and efforts are material. Meaning you can run out. They're finite. Energy, creativity, and effort is infinite. If you've read Sell or Be Sold, you'll hear Grant talking about money. And there's enough money on planet Earth to make everybody on the planet a millionaire or more. If you go out, right over there is the Pacific Ocean. I live on the central coast of California. Right over there is the Pacific Ocean. If I grab a bucket, and I can take as many buckets full of that ocean and we will not run out. Okay? Money is the exact same way, and so are you. You can take as much out. Creativity, energy, effort, it's abundant. You don't run out of that stuff. The only place you run out of it is up here in your head because you believe you do. Okay? So if you think about some big successes for you that you've achieved, think back right now, like where have I really hit it? What have I done that I'm incredibly proud of that I've created? Okay? If you think about that, what had to happen? You had to commit, you had to go all in, and not accept failure. You burn the ships. Okay? That's the first step. You got to commit first, figure it out later. Is that something you can work on? Can you commit more? I know I can. That's why the strategy is so powerful. Doesn't matter where you're at in this deal. Doesn't matter how much success you've already created. There's always more. That's why I think that quote about money and energy and creativity and effort, it's infinite. You can't run out of that. It's an energy field. It's energy that you don't run out of. What does Bill says? Bill says follow through and double up. Yeah, follow up and double up on a winning hand. That's right. And you, as an individual, you're always the winning hand. Who can you think of that thinks at this level, in addition to Grant? That's not limited, that he doesn't feel like, hey, I'm out of energy. I don't have enough creativity. Okay, these are artists. These are musicians. Richard Branson, okay, great example. Okay, they just don't run out because they don't allow it. Okay, they're connected to something bigger. So that's what, if when I said, is there something you need to work on? I know what I like to work on is being connected to something bigger, even bigger. We all spend too much time just trying to figure it out. Is it better to get ready or be ready? Well, I mean, at some point you have to get ready. But look, it takes 24 hours to get rusty. You get all wrapped up in trying to figure it out, and you get what Grant called his paralysis by analysis. Have you ever experienced that? Mark Cuban, great example. Somebody who's way beyond, doesn't have any of those limiting thoughts. Be ready, stay ready. Okay? If you spend all your time getting ready for something, you're going to miss it. Okay? You got to be ready. And if you're not, commit anyway. Figure it out. That's what we're talking about. So this is why we suggest, teach, push, demand that you train every day, that you study your craft every day, that you develop yourself every single day, that you exercise every single day, because you got to be ready. You got to study. You got to stay sharp. It takes 24 hours to get rusty. Sometimes less. Right? Go to bed, you wake up, you're all, oh man. You're all tight. How long do you sleep? 5 hours, 6 hours? You're rusty already. Got to be ready. Who watched the UFC this weekend? So Conor McGregor knocks out Jose Aldo in 13 seconds. Fastest UFC finish. Surpasses Ronda Rousey by 1 second. She's got the fastest submission. He's got the fastest KO. If you follow Conor, I don't know if I'm the biggest fan, but damn, that was impressive. But he's got some really cool things on movement, on moving, and about being ready all the time, about staying fresh, loosey-goosey. Okay? When he gets up in the morning, he does calisthenics and stretches, and I mean, that's how he starts his day. So how can you do that for yourself? Physically, mentally, and emotionally. That's how you get ready. That's how you be ready. Okay? So the difference between someone who quits and someone who commits is they go all in. And they're committed no matter what. No matter what happens, here's the end. I know where I'm going. It's A, it's B. I'm starting at A. I need to get to B, and I'm going to B. Wherever B is. Okay? Commit first, figure it out later. So here's a great example. Personal story. I've wanted to live on the central coast of California many, many years. Wrote it down. It was a goal of mine. It was a dream. Thought it'd be great. Wrote it down. But I wasn't all in yet. At some point, I committed 110%. It went from, man, I'd love that. I want that to happen. That's going to be awesome, to this will happen. That shift, that one moment, it's happened. Took 8 months. But the moment I committed, full, 100%, all in, that's when things started unfolding. And I start taking the correct level of action to accomplish what I want. So where are you not all in? Okay, Grant's got 3 steps for you, okay? So it's Monday. Start the week with this. How can you go all in this week? And then leverage that into the rest of your life. But you don't have to worry about the rest of your life right now. All you need to worry about is today. Can you go all in today? Bill, it's evening over there in the UK, so tonight and then tomorrow. 3 steps. Commit to every opportunity. You see an opportunity pop up, you take it. I don't know all the details. Screw it. We'll figure it out. Here's an opportunity. Let's go. I'm in. Let's roll. Do it. Commit to every opportunity. Number 2, show up. Be there, be present, show up, right? The number one rule is success. If you got Grant's rules of success, there's 13 rules in there. The number one rule, show up. Nothing's going to happen unless you show up. Okay, that means you got to show up physically, mentally, emotionally. I'm all in. I'm here. Let's roll. Show up. Okay. Third thing, figure it out. Now, the more you train every day, the more you work every day, the more you hone yourself and perfect yourself. When you show up, you'll figure it out faster. Really cool story. I just finished it, called The Way of the Seal. Author is Mark Devine. He tells this whole story about how he's jumping out of a plane and his chute won't open. Okay? What is that? I mean, can you imagine that for a second? Like you jump out of an airplane, chute's not going to open up, like you're about to open your chute. Or let's just say your chute does open up and you look up and a fellow parachuter slams into you, tumbling. Okay, both those things have happened to him, and that he talks about that in The Way of the Seal. Chute's not opening, another dude crashed into him, plummeting to the earth. Okay, how do you live to tell that tale? You better be so trained you don't have to think right now. You just react and you respond, and you know where the emergency chute is, you know where that second ripcord is, you know all of that stuff. But the way he was able to pull out of that was because they drilled that unlikely occurrence over and over and over and over and over and over again. When they were done drilling it over and over again, you know what they did? They drilled it some more. So that's why when I say you got to spend time every single day getting sharp and staying sharp, you got to be ready. Hey, thank you, Betsy Boop 35. Welcome to the Nooner. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, can you just imagine that? How would like somebody who didn't train for that respond? I know what I'd do. Freeze up, freak the hell out, probably die. So when you think about that, that's not, going all in. Bring that to your life. Treat every moment as if I'm jumping out of a plane. I need to know where my emergency chute is so I can pull it and I don't have to think about it. Okay? So that's the difference. Remember the 3 steps, you guys. Commit to every opportunity. Show up. Figure it out. This has been episode 77 of The Nooner. I am your host, David Bradley. For those of you just tuning in, if you want to play catch-up on The Nooner, you can hit me up on YouTube/Cardone Solutions. There's a playlist over there called The Nooner. There's 76 other episodes just like this. I'm popping in Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock noon Pacific Standard Time. I'm dropping Noontime Nuggets about sales, business, and or life. Tomorrow and Wednesday, I will not be here. However, I'm going to be working with clients. Jacob Abrams, thank you for showing up at the last minute. Appreciate you being here. Joe Hart, nice to see you as well. Betsy, thank you for hanging out. Appreciate you being here. Show up to blow up, says Bill. Heck yeah. Show up to blow up. That might be the quote of the day. Show up to blow up. How can you show up to blow up all week long? We'll see you guys on Thursday. I'm out tomorrow and Wednesday. Working with clients. I'm writing this down. Show up to blow up. This has been episode 77 of The Nooner. Thank you guys for hanging out. Appreciate you. See you Thursday.